Hey guys, it's Elle. Thanks so much for joining me. This is another episode of The Gathering Table, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about how to make your own cornbread dressing. So we're going to start off learning how to make cornbread homemade, and then we're going to move it right into becoming dressing. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel now by clicking that red subscribe button. Also give this video a thumbs up if you love this video, and check out all the other items that are in the Thanksgiving playlist. I'll link it right above for you guys. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.
In order to make homemade cornbread, you'll need some cornmeal, flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, buttermilk, eggs, and some vegetable oil. Don't forget that I will include all ingredients and directions for this recipe in the description box below. Let's start off with 1 cup of flour, also a cup of cornmeal. I'm adding 4 teaspoons of baking powder here. And next up, we've got 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to whisk all our dry ingredients together and get ready to add our wet or liquid ingredients. So I've got a cup of buttermilk here, 2 eggs, and 1/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. So now we're going to combine everything together until it is smooth but still has a thick consistency. Now it is time to transfer our mixture into a well-seasoned and oiled cast iron skillet. Just simply using a spatula here to make sure I get all of my goodies out of the bowl. Once everything is in the cast iron skillet, I'm just gonna spend a little time making sure I spread it out in the skillet evenly. My oven preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. We are going to slide in our cornbread and let it cook for about 20 to 25 minutes until golden brown. And here you can see are our final results. It looks delicious. So we're just going to let it cool just a little bit so that we can get ready to make our dressing. Now for our dressing, we'll need celery, a stick of butter, garlic, onion, an egg, some chicken fat from the chicken that we cooked a little bit earlier, water. And you'll either need 6 slices of toast, or you can go with a pre-made box stuffing mix, which is what I opted to do today. And of course, just a little bit of salt and pepper. To a skillet on medium heat, I'm adding about 1/4 of a white onion and 2 stalks of chopped celery. And we're just going to take a little bit of time to saute this in the olive oil that we have in the pan, just to kind of get it a little bit sauteed. You don't want it soggy here. I do prefer to have some slightly crisp pieces in my dressing. Next, I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic and go ahead and mix that around as well. And after we've got everything smelling great, I'm adding that 1/2 cup of chicken fat and a whole stick of softened butter. I'm going to let that butter melt down into this mixture. This is really going to help to make sure that it's very flavorful and your dressing tastes amazing. Because I know this is not enough for my mixture, I added 1/2 cup of water so that I have enough liquids for the actual cornbread that we made earlier. And here I'm adding a teaspoon of salt and pepper, and I'm going to keep it there because I have additional seasonings in our stuffing mix that I purchased. However, if you aren't using stuffing mix, you may want to add some additional seasoning. So here I am slicing up that cornbread, and we're going to put it in this bowl that I have here in front of you. And once I get all my cornbread in there, I'm simply going to crumble it up with my hand. Next, Next, I'm going to be adding the stuffing mix, which has seasonings in it as well. Also, I'm going to be adding 1 egg to the mixture. Now we're adding the liquids that we combined with the celery, the onion, the chicken fat, and the butter. I'm going to go ahead and add that into the mixture, and this is going to be the moisture you need to make sure everything sticks together, and the egg that we added in there is actually helping everything bind together so that your stuffing, or in this case it's dressing, is combined together and it's not crumbled as you dig your spoon into it. So I did add a little bit more water just to make sure my consistency is perfect. I don't want this to be a mushy, sloppy mess, so just enough to make sure it's combined. Adding a little sprayable olive oil there, and then transferring the dressing mixture from my bowl to my Pyrex casserole dish. Pressing it down, making sure that there's no air pockets and it gets into every little nook and cranny. Our dressing is ready to go into an oven preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes to an hour. But about 10 minutes in, I'm going to put a couple of pats of butter on the top. This is really going to make sure that your dressing browns perfectly on the outside and on the top as it finishes cooking. Final results, perfectly golden brown on the outside, but still moist in the inside. Just how I love my dressing. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out some of my other cooking videos. Hope you guys have a very happy holiday.